Okay, so we leveled up and we defeated Jafar, and I think they're gonna throw us in front of the door once more. If the loading, there we go. Yep, we're back in the black room. And I think that room that I'm pointing at right there is the, not like literally, but on the cursor. I think that's the doorway to the Conqueror's Respite. They don't actually show you which door is the Conqueror's Respite, which is kind of odd. Yeah, if you thought Riku's jump was ridiculous, I've now met its match. It's slightly too high, like an inch. Yeah, the door is kind of hidden. That's why I was like, okay, where the fuck is the door? Do I use Almighty Darkness or Looming? I was like, I didn't want to deal with the Looming Darkness, so I think I open a Lasting Days or an Almighty Darkness. I think I eventually start using Almighty Darknesses all the time. A Zero Meeting Ground. Never mind. Pretty sure I used an Almighty Darkness in Traverse Town. Never mind. Which is the next place we're going. I don't think there's a boss fight in between here. I don't think that's a thing. But we'll be just going like straight through this world. There's the door. That's what I felt like a lot of these worlds were. They just sort of felt like you were running through them and you weren't really having to fight anyone or anything. And you just ran through and you killed a few things and then... Do I throw out another meeting ground? I think yep, I do. Meeting ground 1. So I have 2 meeting grounds in a row. I feel like I'm just wasting that part. Because I'm like, okay, well there's the exit. Might as well just leave the world because I'm done here and I have nothing really else to do. I don't really have to go around looking for Moogle points. I don't have to go around opening treasure chests to find cards. I don't need to be, doing anything else besides just leaving, which is rather sad. Not like it's a horrible thing. It's just that it's like, but I want to do so much more with Riku. I want to play around with the deck. I want to do things. Wow. So I found out that I took about 45 minutes, part of 45 minutes, not just part of 45 minutes, but I took about 45 minutes trying to fight one boss, probably even more than that, and I still haven't beat him. So there's an area where I'm going to have to grind like several levels, which now that I'm looking back, I'm like, I should probably have slowed down and fought these guys, but I wasn't having that much of a trouble with the bosses, so I was like, whatever.
What's happening to Sora?
Naminé's powers are being used to shuffle his memories as we speak. Marluxia may well succeed in getting his puppet.
No.
Sora would be a valuable asset to the organization. But Marluxia and Laxine's actions, they leave me quite uneasy.
And then there is Axel. Who knows what that one is thinking?
Vexen should take care of this. His replica is soon to be completed.
But Vexen despises Marluxia. Think of the mess it would make.
So we must tell him. Isn't it better that Vexen clean up the mess than leave it to us?
I think that's where you're supposed to have like a evil laughter. Or a snicker at least. But yeah, I thought it was weird that Vexen hated Marluxia. I mean, they did show some sort of like hatred towards each other. But only when he had like insulted his experiments, but it was weird. I was like, wow, I didn't realize Vexen like had a lasting or a predetermined hatred for Marluxia before whatchamacallit? What is the word I'm blanking on? Before the events of Rechain. They don't really explain too much about that. Maybe it's in 358 days. I'm not sure. Still haven't actually played the game, but I have got the cutscenes, and there's not a cutscene of them like arguing. So, actually, there's a reason. Actually, they wouldn't explain that. No, that's right. Because the events of 358 days are in between Rechain. Like I think it's like the first couple. They split the days, or they split 358 days by days within the game. That's just what I'm looking at on my cards. So always nullifies the enemy's card. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's like attack cards or just that particular card. So this one is actually a pretty big world. The only problem with it is it's I was like trying to figure out which boss we would fight. Cause like I was like, from Riku's memories, he has not seen the guard armor. So I didn't think it was gonna be the guard armor, because like it can be, because he doesn't have memories of it. So why would it be in his memories? Why the fuck would I do it? See, like 997? Why? I think barely ever plays anything higher than a 6 in combat. Why is he dueling with like, oh, whatever. Maybe I'm just being weird. Maybe I'm supposed to be using lower cards, and then only having the 8 to 9 to break with combos. I don't know. I just find it weird. I would have assumed that having higher base cards would be better than having lower base cards, because that way you would not only break, but you would pass through them. And this is what I'm realizing, that I don't have any more 9s and 8s. This deck is very similar to the one I was running back in Rechain, that I would have the higher base value card at the front of the deck. However, my deck usually had my deck usually stopped at like whatchamacallit, would be like the lowest value would be like 5 or 6s. This is like 2s, 3s, 1s. So why would I duel? I was like, I see a light, I just have to click on it. I've been playing way too much of Kingdom Hearts 2, where it's like just using a Cyclone, because with the guard armor, they actually they have this new ability where it's like it's not a new ability, they've been doing it for quite some time, but there's a new reaction command in Kingdom Hearts 2 called Cyclone, where you can charge after them, doing it again. 3 seconds to get 3 cards. And I don't have enough. Annoying. Somehow I was able to get dark mode. Not that it really makes a difference. There's only 2 guys left, or 3 guys left, that were already pretty much dead. But yeah, I gotta grind a butt ton in this game. I'm pretty sure I lose this next upcoming fight, or the boss fight, that is. I think it takes me two attempts. And I probably should have had like alarm bells going off, like, hey, it took me more than 1 attempt. Things might be heating up. We might be getting into a tougher area. Probably should level up before going out. Because this is the last map, the last world card. So, you know, we're going to have some sort of fight in Castle Oblivion in order to get new world cards. That's how they've usually been doing it, Sora's End in this story. I was going to try and fight everything on that platform, but I didn't notice the shadow until I got to the door, and by the time I got to the door, he was like right up my butt when I turned around. Like, no personal space whatsoever. Guy has to be freaking force. No Mickey, because fuck off. Healing. No healing for me. So I think I try and go with a straight shoot down, or a straight shot down, and then I had to go right and then forward. The reason why I'm going straight down is because the Conqueror's Spite is on the opposite side of where the boss fight is. So I was like, well, I might as well just open as many doors as I can, or as few doors as I can. I can find the quickest route to the to find both of the doors. If that made any sense to you, you are the real MVP for understanding my weird dialogue, just in general. New door. This is the Almighty Darkness room. Almighty Darkness it's not a good card to play against. For those who don't know, Almighty Darkness gives your opponents, I think, +2 on their cards. So, and since this is not a deck that I've messed around with, I don't have particularly too many high cards. Like I said, I think there's 2 9s, maybe 2 9s, like a couple 8s and maybe 1 7. So I have a lot of trouble with the boss fight because I burned through a lot of the high value cards and find difficulty. Yeah, look at this. An 8. Why does this guy have an 8? He's a shadow. They all play with like 1s and stuff. Like they don't in game. They only have like 1s, 2s, maybe 3s, and maybe even 4s. And then in dueling, it's like, okay, here's my foil 8. It's sort of like playing like against a noob in Hearthstone, and he just pulls out like 4 legendary cards, all shining gold. Does it go? Okay. Oh. I guess that's the best example towards it. Or maybe in poker against a complete noob, and he just pulls out like a full house or straight royal flush. You're like, okay, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, I just got lucky. Yeah, damn right. Luck my butt. That sounds really weird to say. Look my butt. Why don't you just luck my butt? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Is that the end of the room? Okay, no. No, that's not the end of the room by far. If I could win these duels and get like a really cool ability off, that'd be great. Because the reward of winning a duel is actually really cool. You do this special cool move, and it pretty much like does so much damage, everything pretty much dies, and it's great. However, it's just a pain in the ass to get to that point, where it's just like, I need to play X cards. It's either 3 to 5 cards, depending on whether or not it's a boss fight or not. 5 for bosses, 3 for regular fights, and you have like 3 to 5 seconds in order to get cards. It's a second per card that you need to find in a deck. I need a 0 card, a 0 red, which I think is the black room or roulette. I used my roulette for some reason. Probably should have used the black room just because I don't know what's in there, and I really don't. I don't know. Pretty easy to move around a black room, but the boss in this area is guard armor. This guy is literally in every Kingdom Hearts game. He was in Kingdom Hearts 1. I think he's in. I don't think he's in Kingdom Hearts 2 actually. I don't think he is. I don't remember him playing a huge role in Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 guard armor. Because he's pretty much in every other game. Let's see. He's in. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's in the original game. He's in the Final Mix version. He's in the Phil Cup. So he is in Final Fantasy 2, I think. Maybe he isn't. Oh yeah, he's one of the bosses at Traverse Town. Or maybe that's just wait, the Phil Cup. Phil Cup. That's not a thing. There's 2. No, so he's in Kingdom Hearts 1. Can't remember. He's in 358 days recoded, and I think there's a pretty similar design to him in Birth by Sleep. There's a lot. He's in a lot. This fight goes pretty well. Increasing meter is great. It increases our cards by 1. So whenever we play them, they do more damage. We got. I think I die here due to his foot. I think I tried playing Mickey, and I think it gets denied. No, I'll recover. Okay, and I killed his foot, and I got the gimmick card. I should totally kill him, but I don't think I do. So the gimmick card actually freezes him, so you can just beat him up on the ground while he's frozen. Or not frozen, just stunned. And I think I die here. I don't remember how. But that's a Mickey card, and I would love to grab that. That's a 2, though, so I have to play at the end of the combo. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's like I need to play the card, but I couldn't get it, like, that's stupid. Because if I put it first, it would have been Holy Burst, but I needed to have it last, and I didn't have the time to do that. So it took me 2 attempts to get this, and I don't know if I'm starting this boss fight. I think I'm going to be cutting halfway in this loading screen. So, until next time!